What's up, dude? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So, yes, I still have a froggy voice. This is day 3 now of sounding somewhat like this. Thankfully, I think tomorrow it'll be back to normal. I've kind of taken it easy on talking too much today because I figured my throat just needed a little bit of rest, and I have something in my eye that I just simply cannot get out. But I think by the end of this video, I will probably be back to a somewhat sore throat. So let's just jump right into today's case. Now, this case takes place in Mexico, so I just know that I'm going to pronounce some of the words wrong. Oh, hold on. Okay, unfortunately, I think that whatever is in my eye is now towards the back of it. Maybe? What is up with this eye? Oh, okay, sorry. Whatever's in my eye is just gonna have to stay there, I guess, until it dissolves. Anyways, so since this case takes place in Mexico, I know that I'm gonna pronounce some of the words wrong, but I am very sorry for that. Paulette Gebara Farah was born July 20th, 2005 in Texcoalucan, Mexico. I think that's the best I can do. Her mother, Lizette Farah, gave birth to her after only 25 weeks. She weighed 1.7 pounds and was only a little over a foot long. Sorry. Because of this, Paulette had many developmental problems like trouble with moving and speaking. Lizette and her husband, Mauricio Gebara, had to take her to a lot of doctor's appointments and give her expensive medication because of this. Mentally, she was a normal 4-year-old with no intellectual disabilities. Erica and Martha Casimiro, their sisters, were Paulette's nannies so that her parents could take a break from every now and then. Despite the odds, Paulette did far better for herself than anyone would have ever guessed, given her circumstance. The principal at her school said that she always tried hard to do things on her own and only needed a little bit of help with her motor and language problems, but other than that, she tried very hard to get things just on her own. Over time, and with some horse therapy, Paulette learned how to walk a couple of steps despite doctors saying that she never would. She could even verbalize a few words like mom, dad, water, and food. On March 21st, 2010, Paulette, her sister Lizette, who for the rest of this video, I'm going to refer to as LJ to avoid confusion because Lizette, of course, was named after her mom, Lizette. So that's why we'll just go with LJ, Lizette Jr. and Mauricio were getting home from a trip that they had taken to Val de Bravo. They arrived home around 9 p.m. When they got back to the house, Paulette's nanny, Erica, took her to bed right away since it was 9 o'clock. Lizette had gone on a trip to Los Cabos with her friend Amanda, but had gotten home on the same day as her husband and daughters. Since Paulette was already in her pajamas and ready for bed, Lizette went in to say goodnight and give her daughter a kiss. Erica and Martha helped LJ get ready for school the next day and waited with her until the bus got to their house around 7 a.m. Roughly an hour later, Erica went into Paulette's room to get her up for kindergarten, but Paulette wasn't there. They searched the entire 3,000 square foot apartment, but she was nowhere to be found. Like, they checked every room, they checked under the beds, they checked in the closets, they checked in cabinets, like places that Paulette wouldn't have even been able to get to given her motor disabilities. It seemed improbable that she could have left the house on her own, just given her disabilities, like I had mentioned. So that wasn't even something that they thought could be a possibility. Erica thought that someone had taken Paulette, so she immediately told Mauricio and Lizette. Mauricio called his sister and had her report Paulette after he and Lizette searched the house and didn't find her. I think it's really odd that he had his sister call the police and that he didn't, but honestly, who knows how anyone would react in that kind of situation. After she alerted the authorities, a forensic team, police officers, and detectives showed up to the home and searched for little Paulette. They left with absolutely no leads. Paulette's aunt, Arlette, posted about her on social media just to see if anyone could possibly help them or had any information that maybe they didn't have by some chance. The story was picked up quickly, and billboards, flyers, and ads were put up all over the country trying to find Paulette. Maurizio and Lizette made multiple public appearances to keep up interest in Paulette's case. It wasn't long in the public noticed that in these public appearances, Lizette seemed nervous, but she didn't shed a tear even once, and she would make a lot of weird comments about how Paulette could have possibly been taken by aliens or something about Harry Potter, like, just really kind of out-of-the-box comments, but like I said, who knows how anyone would react in a situation like that one. The fifth day that Paulette was missing, Lizette did an interview from Paulette's room. On March 31st, 2010, Paulette's remains were found in her room around 2 a.m. Her official cause of death was determined to be accidental due to mechanical asphyxia due to obstruction of the nasal cavities and thorax, abdominal compression. In the autopsy report, it stated that Paulette had an orthopedic cloth over her mouth that had been used to prevent her from sleeping with her mouth open. It was also revealed that Paulette had eaten at least 5 hours before her death. There were no signs of physical or sexual abuse. The official report concluded that Paulette had accidentally fallen headlong into a space at the foot of her bed where she died of asphyxiation and remained unnoticed for 9 days. But remember that Lizette had done an interview in Paulette's room where the bed that Paulette was found to be suffocated in was in that interview. Kind of suspicious, and I don't know why she was found at 2 a.m. The conclusion of this case didn't set well with the residents of Mexico. They found it difficult to believe that her body could have been undiscovered in the family's home for so long. Specialists analyzed Lizette's behavior throughout the whole ordeal and concluded that she suffered from some kind of personality disorder. This made sense to the public since she had made strange comments like, even if I lose Paulette, I still have another daughter. But, like I said, again, who knows how anyone would react in that situation, and you might just feel compelled to say weird shit ultimately. Lizette and Maurizio both accused each other publicly of Paulette's murder. Paulette was buried on April 6th. And that's it. That is literally the case. Nothing else came of it. There were some videos that got leaked from the investigators that went in and, searched around the room. And supposedly there's also a recording about Lizette and Lizette Jr. talking about how people were gonna blame them or just some weird things like that, but nothing ever came of it. This is how the story ends. She was buried on April 6th. So this is definitely a case that does not set well with me because I feel like there's way more to the story, but there is not a ton of information out about it online. And that could be because it happened in Mexico, so maybe it just wasn't reported on as much here, I guess, in America. But still, they had an interview in Paulette's room where her body was found days later. And why was it found at 2 a.m.? And who found it? There's so many unanswered questions to this case that I don't understand. If you guys have more information about this, definitely leave it in the comments down below. I easily could have missed something or a lot. I found one online article about it that was super helpful, I thought, and I took information from there and reworded everything just into my own words so I wasn't plagiarizing somebody else's story. But yeah, if you guys have more that you would like to add to this, please do so in the comments down below. And even if you don't have more to add to it, definitely comment down below how you feel about this. What do you think happened? Do you have any questions about this that just kind of don't set right with you? That is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And remember, be respectful in the comments because this is a story about a real person. So keep that in mind. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more videos like this one. But other than that, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for another video. Bye, guys.